Good morning, everyone. Darshan this side from LeapQuest. What you're about to see is not just data, it's a structural shift in global education power. The FT Global MBA Rankings 2026 has quietly redrawn the map of business education, and for the first time, India is no longer chasing the West. It is outperforming in its efficiency, ROI, and career acceleration. We are witnessing the emergence of the new MBA model, one that compresses time, maximizes outcome, and aligns perfectly with the modern professional's need for speed and precision. And here's the truth that most people haven't yet understood. This is not a temporary spike, this is a compounding trend. India's 1 year MBA programs are not just improving, they're converging towards global dominance in metrics that actually matter: salary growth, employability, and network leverage. What used to be an alternative is now becoming the default strategic choice. Let me decode what's really happening beneath the surface. Global uncertainty has forced professionals to rethink risk. A 2 year MBA is no longer just a degree, it's an expensive pause. And the market today does not reward pauses, it rewards velocity. India's 1 year MBA model fits this reality perfectly. This is why we are seeing high caliber professionals, consultants, analysts, engineers, shift towards programs that accelerate outcomes without sacrificing time. Now, understand the architecture of this rise. Three pillars define it: compressed duration, deep industry integration, and consistent placement outcomes. This is not accidental, it's engineered. At LeapQuest, we are seeing a surge of applicants who are no longer asking, where is the best MBA, but instead asking, where is the most efficient transformation? And India is answering that question better than anyone else. Every school on this slide has moved up. Not one, not two, every single one. That level of consistency, it's not noise, it's signal. ISB jumping from 27th to 12th globally is not just impressive, it is disruptive. What you're seeing is a system-wide elevation and not just isolated excellence. And when multiple institutions rise together, it indicates ecosystem strength. It means faculty, recruiters, alumni, and industry integration are all evolving simultaneously. This is exactly how the US built dominance decades ago, and India is also playing the same playbook, but faster and more efficiently. ISB is not just a top MBA program, it is a strategic weapon for career acceleration. A 248% salary increase is not a statistic, but it's a transformational multiplier. When 98% of the class is employed within 3 months, what you're seeing is not placement, it's a demand. But the real power lies in the network. 20,000 plus alumni across 65 countries. This is not a classroom, it's an operating global system. And ISP doesn't just give you a job, it positions you within a network that compounds your career for decades. And for professionals with 3 to 6 years of work experience, this becomes the most efficient ROI decisions on this planet. IIM's PGPX is built for a completely different game. This is not about career switching, it's about career elevation. With an average of 7.7 years of work experience. These are professionals stepping into leadership and not learning fundamentals. And when salaries rival or outperform the other programs globally, the narrative becomes impossible to ignore. The program is engineered for those who are already successful but want to scale influence, consulting, strategy, general management. This is where leadership is forged. And the brand of an IIMA is not just respected, it is trusted at the highest levels of decision making globally. IIM Bangalore. A 23rd place jump in a single year is not improvement, it's acceleration. IIM Bangalore's EBGP is riding one of the most powerful ecosystems in the world, Bangalore's tech and startup economy. And this proximity is not geographical, it's strategic. And when you combine 100% employment, top global career progression, and 165% salary growth, you get a program that is deeply aligned with the future of work, product, tech, and innovation. It's something that you can look forward for. This is where the professionals don't just pivot, they reposition themselves into high growth sectors. IIM Calcutta, Lucknow, and Indore. These are what I call the silent powerhouses. They may not dominate the headlines, but their outcomes are brutally consistent: 100% employment, 180 to 200% salary growth, global rankings in career services. This is execution excellence. Each program serves a distinct segment: Calcutta for deep leadership integration, Lucknow for ROI driven transitions, and Indore for global exposure. But the underlying pattern remains the same. These programs deliver transformation without uncertainty. And in today's world, certainty is a premium asset. I am Cozy Code, SPJN, and XLRI. This is where things get even more interesting. New entrants and rising schools are not lagging, they are completely aggressively competing. XLRI delivering 243% salary growth, second highest globally. It's not just impressive, again, it's disruptive. SPJ and entering the strong ROI signals a widening of the opportunity landscape. The key insight here is India is not dependent on one or two elite institutions anymore. It has depth, and depth is what creates long term dominance. When multiple schools deliver world class outcomes, the system becomes resilient, scalable, and globally competitive. Now let's talk about the numbers that actually matters. Salary growth. ISB at 248%, XLRI at 243%, every program above 160%. These are not incremental gains, these are exponential jumps. And here's the punchline. This is happening in half of the time of a traditional MBA, which means your opportunity cost is lower, your ROI is higher, and your career acceleration is faster. This is why an Indian one-year MBA programs are not just competing globally, they're outperforming them on efficiency too. So why one-year MBAs are winning? There are three behavioral shifts redefining MBA decisions today. First, ROI is no longer optional, it is central. Professionals are thinking like investors. Second, experience matter more than the test scores. And third, alignment is everything. The best applicants are not the smartest, they're the most strategic. They understand how their past, present, and future connect. And this is where most people fail, not in capability, but in positioning. The MBA is no longer about getting in, it's about telling the right story. And connecting your post-MBA plans as per the DNAs of the colleges. And the DNAs of each college varies, so that your application strategy for every college would vary. India is no longer a backup plan, it's a primary strategy. Global credibility, powerful alumni networks, massive salary growth, and rapid career mobility. This combination is extremely rare. And for professionals targeting consulting, product, leadership, or entrepreneurship, India offers something unique, a compressed transformation cycle. In 12 months, you don't just upgrade your career, you redefine its trajectory. Now, let me tell you where most applicants lose the game. They underestimate strategy. They think an MBA application is about credentials. It's not. It's about clarity. And clarity is engineered, not discovered randomly. At LeapQuest, we don't just help you apply, we help you position your essays, your profile, your career story. Everything must align with the DNA of the school, because in today's market, average profiles don't get rejected, misaligned profiles do. Every candidate has a story, but very few know how to tell it. And the difference between an admit and a rejection often comes down to the narrative precision. Whether your profile feels too traditional or too unconventional, it doesn't matter. What matters is how it is framed. The right narrative doesn't hide your weakness, it integrates them into your trajectory. And that's where the real transformation begins. Let's take the leap together, guys. This is your moment of decision, not whether to do an MBA, but how strategically you can approach it. You can reach out to us on our website, on our emails, and also on our mobile number. You can visit theleapquest.com and fill up the form for a profile evaluation discussion with one of our experts. Or you can simply drop in an email to info@theleapquest.com, or you can also give us a call on 93532-56447. To add to this webinar session, we had also conducted a recent session on the best one-year MBA programs in the world, not just India. You can have a look into that. So we have picked up several good colleges across US, Europe, Canada, Singapore, and also India, followed by the best MBA programs in Asia. And there are several other webinar sessions that we have conducted. I'm pretty sure right now, as you're in the phase of working towards your applications, preparing for your exams, now the pre-GMAT phase, the post-GMAT phase, how exactly should you strategically approach? All of that information is already available on our YouTube channel. There are several sessions that I've conducted, and you can also see the experience of several students who have got into all of these programs, be it the M7s, European programs, colleges in US, and Singapore universities, be it the programs in Australia, Europe, Indian colleges. Several students have spoken about their profile, how did they approach the applications, and what exactly we at LeapQuest did in their journey. So all of that information is available. Do have a look and keep us posted on what your plans are. Have an excellent week, guys. Looking forward to help you or give you more such interesting webinar sessions very shortly. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.